Good morning, dear ones. So, we will continue with this chapter, The Summit Within. As I told you here, the writer is talking about his experience of climbing the mountain, and according to him, it is more than a physical summit. It is a mental as well as a spiritual summit. Now, let's continue. Looking around from the summit, you tell yourself that it was worthwhile. Like he's saying that when you reach there on the top and when you look around, you realize that it was worth the experience. Other silvery peaks appear through the clouds, like you can see other peaks through the clouds. If you are lucky, the sun may be on them, like the peaks, other mountains, because when you are at the top, you can see rest of the peaks, isn't it? So you would see all around the glowing, the shiny peaks, and sometimes the sun would be falling on them. The surrounding peaks, they look like a jeweled necklace, jewel necklace, okay? You know the necklace, yeah, around the neck of your summit. So they appear to be kind of, jewel. You understand the jewel is what? It's a precious stone, okay? So they appear to be a kind of necklace around your particular summit. Below, you see vast valleys sloping into the distance. Like you see valleys there, they are all there into the distance, and it is an ennobling, enriching experience. It is a lifetime experience to just look down from the summit of a mountain. You bow down and make your obeisance to whichever you bow down and make your obeisance to whichever god you worship. Like you would be exhilarated and you would feel immensely grateful to god for having provided you such an experience, and you bow down in obedience to show your submission to god. I left on Everest a picture of Guru Nanak. Rawat left a picture of goddess Durga. Fudorji left. So he's saying all these people, when they reach there, they leave something as a souvenir. Okay. I left a picture of Guru Nanak, and Rawat, one of his friends, he left a picture of goddess Durga, and Fudorji left a relic of the Buddha. Edmund Hillary had buried a cross under a cairn. Cairn is a heap of rock and stones in the snow. These are not symbols of conquest, but these are the symbols of reverence. So he's saying that these people did not do it just to show their power over, but they did it just to show their reverence, their respect. The experience of having climbed the summit, it completely changes you. There is another summit, and that summit is within yourself. It is in your mind. Each man carries within himself his own mountain peak, which he must try to climb in order to reach to a fuller knowledge of oneself. It is fearful and unscalable, and that particular summit is really, really fearful, and you cannot scale it, you cannot climb it. It cannot be climbed by anyone else. You yourself have to do it. The physical act of climbing to the summit of a mountain outside is akin to the act of climbing the mountain within. Akin is similar. The effects of both the climbs are the same, whether the mountain you climb is physical or emotional and spiritual. But the climb will change you totally. It teaches you much about the world and about yourself. I venture to think that my experience as an Everester has provided me with the inspiration to face life's ordeals resolutely. Climbing the mountain was a worthwhile experience. He's saying that my experience has provided me a lot of guts to face life now, and it was quite a worth experience. The conquest of the internal summit is equally worthwhile. The internal summits are perhaps higher than Everest. Beautifully written. So I think we have finished it. So we'll continue with the exercise tomorrow.